Hello and welcome back to Manapot Studios. I am your host and GM for today's Starfinder session, Krifu Bernal. My pronouns are he, him, and I am super excited to be back with the Book of Bretheda properly. I mean, we did have the previous chapter, which was a very nice chapter interlude where we met the Star Sailors of the Pact World system. No Sailor Bretheda yet, which I found interesting. Maybe we'll meet them in the future. Before we get any further into our stream and what we're doing here today, let's go ahead and meet our awesome cast, starting with Mimosa.
Hello, Internet. My name is Dexter Warren. I am an actor, a performer, and, a mess just trying to have a good time, though. Today, I will be playing Mimosa Vega, a Barathu mystic. Here to have fun. Pronouns are he, they.
Hi there. My name is Parker Wallace. My pronouns are they, she, they. And today I will be playing Ushogu. My pronouns are he, him. And I am a Han cultist Solarian who's trying to do good in the world while also trying to serve the Devourer. All hail.
Hi everyone, I am Jeff. I am just a guy who's a podcaster for fun. And my pronouns are he, they. I am playing Ino Nasheng, a Lashunta envoy, also pronouns he, they. And I'm looking forward to introducing them.
Hello everyone. I'm Cypher. My pronouns are he, him. I do freelance art and animation for game studios as my day job. Normally I play Ryder on Cosmopunk. She's the little Yusaki operative, but today I've been roped into playing a small bantrid mechanic named Twill and their drone Plex. I have no idea how this is going to go, but it should be a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
I will say one of my favorite things about Cosmopunk is the introduction of Isoki, not just as like rat people, but as like all types of small furry creature people.
Yeah, little jittery mammal people. Just I think is a fun idea, and the campaign I'm running at the moment on Akaton is getting a little deeper into that. But that won't be released for another year, so we're gonna have to wait for that.
Wow.
Okay.
It's just we've got a hectic release schedule. But yeah, go on.
It's fully committed me to playing an Isoki capybara, which would just be so.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing!
Yes.
I need the chance to bring it out.
Is it too late to change my character?
At the last minute.
Does it go up a size class? Also, what class would it be? Would it be like a fighter or would it be a soldier, vanguard?
I have an idea for like this chilled out mystic that just spends all of his time like in hot tubs and spas.
Yeah.
Cute.
Absolute vibe.
We had a character that was an NPC recently that was like a... Actually, I won't spoil it.
Check out the podcast.
Go for it.
So, previously on the Book of Bretheda, 5 adventurers were brought together by a Verthani and Barathu by the names of Thozil and Gatwal to search for and explore the moon Murata and its mountainous forests for a crashed aether ship known as the Amber Vessel. They found it, and since then have been flying around Bretheda, going on various adventures on its various moons. But as of recently, one member of the crew has, by happenstance, honestly, it was quite random how they entered into the competition of the Mixed Pact World's beauty pageant. But having won, they are now returning from their whirlwind tour. So I think as the camera opens, we see the planet Bretheda, the largest planet in the Pact World system. This beautiful sapphire jewel rotating. We can see that its facets and colorations like move as the winds blow on the gas giant below. The camera kind of spins around and we see the sun in the distance, almost like a flare in the camera lens. And coming out of that flare is the amber vessel, a large space dirigible with this sort of amber coating. And as it flies through, we kind of zoom in through one of the portholes and into the exquisitely furnished chambers of one Mimosa Vega. Mimosa, who do we see and what's the room look like?
Yeah, so the room has had a bit of an update. It's not as sparsely decorated now. There's, those really big fluffy, you step into it and your feet sink down a little bit type carpets. There's soft padding like that between like fuzzy shag carpeting on the floors, just a lot of plush everything all around, because as a floating creature, sometimes I want to chill out on the ceiling, maybe by a wall. So there's a lot of iridescent coloring the whole light spectrum from one end to the other and then wrapping back around in a gradient, and bits of gems that just kind of make different necklace designs just kind of hanging on a stand by the desk. But instead of kind of matching all of this like glitz and glamour, the Barathu equivalent of sweatpants and a very oversized t-shirt that says Saren Ray is my co-pilot, Mimosa is just kind of floating just above the bed, just kind of being comfy, wearing the sass as kind of a headband before properly going out and facing the day.
Okay. The camera kind of like slides through the door and into the hallway and like goes straight through another door and then kind of begins like kind of weaving past these doors of now empty crew cabins. Maybe at one point they had people in there. Maybe we can see a few like objects left lying by those who maybe sped off a little too soon. But as we swing by one particular cabin, the lights kind of dim a little bit and flicker eerily as the camera pans and we can see Ushogu. Ushogu, what do you look like and what does this room look like?
So, as a Han, Ushogu is a 10-foot tall insectoid, bipedal, with 4 beady black eyes, huge mandibles, and a deep purple exoskeleton. They are wearing armor that seems to have been the skin of a scaled animal, like a Gila monster, sort of. And over that is a cowl and a cloak. He stays hunched over most of the time, hiding his true height. Right now, I would assume that Ushogu would be preparing an offering to go into deep meditation, which would include burnt offerings, definitely some strong incense, and maybe a circle of rock salt.
Mystical.
Mm-hmm.
We pan out a little bit and we can see the amber vessel once more flying towards Bretheda. Where exactly is the Dawn Flare Temple, Mimosa?
I would say it is probably towards the northern part of the planet.
Okay, so like up high in the atmosphere, probably around Trilidium and Confluence.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Probably, I would imagine that there's a reason the because the temple itself is floating and can decide where it wants to go. But this is the best place to catch the sunlight through the thick clouds of the planet. And as well, so maybe as the Ember Vessel kind of flies through, we pass by Confluence, which is just this spaceship-sized Barathu floating not far off from Trilidium. Confluence being the governing body, literally in this case, of Bretheda and its twin, Leovara. And it also passes by Trilidium, a arcology, which kind of counts as the capital of Bretheda. We see all these like blue spheres kind of just floating in the gas, maybe like little jets of fire, like maintaining its position in the North Pole, essentially. And then we continue on, and as the clouds and gas part, what do we see, Mimosa? What does the Dawnflare Temple even look like?
So the Dawnflare Temple, I imagine, has underneath it large kind of fans that are reminiscent of Laputa in Castle in the Sky, that Ghibli movie, that spin and help it move around the planet, chasing how there's up north there for a part of the year, it's just eternal sun, just like how there's eternal night for several months at a time. I feel like the temple chases the sun around the planet like that. So it has those fans underneath it. And then for visitors who are non-Barathu, there's that landing area and general reception with stone kind of made of solidified clouds. So even when you step on it, it's soft, but you can still hear like kind of weird muffled foot on stone, but not really type sound as you go. And then deeper in, there are probably like little shoe covers so that people can kind of like Four Souls in the game, but they only work inside to help with mobility. So hey, you can't say I can't make it to the bathroom because it's floating several feet up in the air. But imagining kind of cloudy crystals, a lot of cloud-based architecture leading into the sanctum, where eventually it gets brighter as different crystals hold mini suns in them.
Okay, cool. As the camera moves in, we can see that quite a large crowd has gathered here inside the main sanctum of the Dawnflare Temple, a temple dedicated to Sarenrae, the goddess of the sun. Interestingly enough, Desna is the goddess of stars, but Sarenrae is the goddess of the sun, which is a star. So I'm a little confused as to where those like domains cross over. But regardless, I think we can leave that question to philosophers and priests. We can see quite a large crowd of people gathered in here. Plenty of Barathu, of course, floating around in their, mystical robes. Like we see these large jellyfish like floating with these like white robes with the golden symbol of Sarenrae around it. There's also a few Lashunta here that are also priests of Sarenrae. And then there are visitors from all over Bretheda and its many moons. Some Kalo, some Marikoi, maybe some androids, humans. No Hans noticeable, unfortunately, except for one who seems to be wearing a sort of corporate suit indicating it's his employment with one of the local biotechnology corporations. The camera zooms up on a young Lashunta man. Eno, who do we see? What do you look like?
All right, so Eno is, as you said, Lashunta. They have this green skin. They're humanoid, and they have these long antennae that come out of their forehead. Eno particularly is wearing this dark green half coat, double-breasted, with this elongated hex pattern throughout. kind of gives it the appearance of like dragon scales. There's a zipper down one side of it that is illuminated. It's luminescent. And you probably would see him with a drink of some kind in his hand. He has a dark set of eyes with yellow irises, and wears a set of holographic glasses, sort of like these.
Props,
I guess
props, everyone.
I'm committed, I guess, to wearing these for the rest of the show.
That's
we'll see how long this lasts. The battery may die even, but yeah. So wearing a holographic ocular visor around their face.
Next time you need to come in full green face paint.
Yes. With some like prosthetic antennae.
That'd be
I'll
so
see what
dope.
I can do. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, and schmoozing with the crowd.
Excellent. And as the camera kind of like flies through the room a little bit, it gets a little lower. And we can see moving, darting amongst the feet of the land-bound guests here in the sanctum is a Bantrid. Twill, what do you look like?
Okay, so you see a little small blue Bantrid. They're about 4 foot tall, which is actually quite tall for Bantrids. And they're floating around in a small chrome hover chair with humming blue accents. It's very, very sort of Iron Man-esque. The base of the chair is like a metal treadmill. It's constantly rotating and spinning their football in order to keep them moving and breathing, because if they stop moving, they stop breathing. They're like sharks. They've got a blue body with a green stripe across their right eye, akin to the sort of David Bowie lightning strike, and round silver glasses. And they're wearing a little armored waistcoat with silvery blue buttons, and a white lab coat over the top of that with a sort of a popped collar that goes up to their gills, or whatever those little flappy things are on the side of the Bantrid. And they've also got these dual-linked robotic gauntlets that hover next to them like a pair of hands, and they're sort of like allowing them to emote and do various hand gestures while they talk. And yeah, they're sort of hovering around. I imagine they're checking out a game akin to chess. They're sort of like floating along next to it, checking a move. There's no one like to play it with them, so one of their arms detaches from the side of their head and does the counter moves. And yeah, he's just sort of playing chess with himself at the moment.
Okay. The camera like zooms up through the sanctum's like upper windows, which are constantly turning to let in the sun's light and glory. And as it comes back around to the other side of the temple, we can see the amber vessel shining in the sun's light as it lands. And there's like a row of Barathan priests of Sarenrae out there waiting to greet the crew as they come out.
I think Ushogu might cringe a little bit being surrounded by so much Sarenrae.
You're gonna be fine. You're doing great. You know, the Devourer is like that, that cousin who a little awkward, but still part of the family. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
You're right. The sun and the Devourer aren't so different. Flaming ball of fire, yes. Many destructive possibilities.
So destructive, it could consume. Hey, when the sun goes eventually, it's going to consume most of the pack worlds with it. So, isn't that kind of devouring?
Yes, I feel comfortable already.
There you go, buddy.
Just need a little bit of violent destruction to get you through the day.
just a bit as a treat,
Just a little bit.
Waiting inside the amber vessel, like to walk out with you, is the captain of the amber vessel, Thozil, a Verthani man, a young Verthani man, whose great grand uncle originally captained the amber vessel during the gap at some point, and he is there with his partner. Gatwall, a sort of blue-tinted Barathu who's kind of floating alongside, and Thozil's got his hands on the controls to open the stairs that lead down. You can all see through the windows the retinue of priests waiting to greet you, and Thozil kind of like looks over at you, Mimosa. So, are you ready for all this? I mean, we've been touring. This is just like any other planet we've visited so far, right?
Yeah, it's just like any other planet. They're super chill. You know, they're not even gonna worry about the yeah, I mean, they're not gonna worry about it. It's fine. They probably won't bring up the pranks I did when I was younger, you know, that we're past that stage. So we're good. I'm just gonna do a quick change, and he sprints. He sprouts back to his room. Quick change into a yellow cardigan, like soft gold, just to be a little comfy, and you know we're ready to go.
Okay. Gatwall kind of like floats behind you as you're changing, and from outside of your cabin, they speak with you telepathically as you're getting dressed. Well, Mimosa, I must say, you seem awfully calm, considering you're returning home.
Yep, I'm calm. Like, why are you worried? Why are you freaking out? You know, you don't need to freak out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I'm not. Well, I'm only worried because, well, if I were returning home, I know that my parent would be pressuring me to merge. As us early stage Barathu, it's new for us to remain in this form for as long as we have.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking maybe it won't come up. You know, maybe they'll just be like, wow, you've been doing so many things. That's so really cool. You should keep doing things. And, you know, it'll just be one of those dinner conversations that we all kind of have it hanging in the room, but we don't actually get to. And it's like, oh, okay, it actually ended up being fine.
Well, luckily,
you can see a nervous tick.
What is that, like a tentacle? Just like...
Yep. Just keeps like extending, comes back, extends, comes back.
Well, luckily, you've got your responsibilities as the reigning Mixed Pact Worlds now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the previous Mixed Pact Worlds, who was also Barathu, I've just, as soon as we entered Bretheda, my infosphere updated, and, well, I've received news that they've been merged into Confluence. Of course, probably through their own free will, naturally, but... the article in the interview had mentioned that they had felt a pull towards civic service, and I mean, I'm sure. Look, I just want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you. I didn't think Mixed Pact Worlds, Mixed Theta would. Thank you.
And I've got your back, too. If anyone comes after you, I will gut them like a pig.
I love that about you. Thanks, buddy.
It's my most endearing quality.
You know it is.
So the crew exits the amber vessel, and the group of priests kind of lined up outside. They as you start coming out, first this like big banner unfurls. It says "Welcome home, Mimosa," and then the
Queen waved with the tendril.
the 4 or 5 priests in the center all kind of like entwine their tentacles together, and we can see there's like a flash of like bright sunlight as the four of them like merge into a much larger size Barathu. And you realize that greeting you is the head priest themselves. They were in disguise as like their regular versions, as their normal. Anyway, Barathu are weird and I love it.
Yeah, love them.
What is the head priest's name?
Is that a question for all of us?
Anyone can throw it out. The head
Please
priest.
do, because
Cool.
yeah.
The Barathu.
Braxil.
Ooh, what was that?
Ooh.
Braxil.
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 B-R-A.
Yes. That's good.
Head
I
priest.
don't know where that came from. That just.
Probably from Saren Ray herself.
True.
Divine inspiration.
Mm-hmm. The rest of the Barathan priests like kind of start singing this telepathic hymn and sort of like filling the air, and Baraxil greets you. Welcome home, Mimosa. It is such an honor to have you return, having achieved much in your short time away.
Well, it's so good to be representing home in the temple. So it's always my honor, and I give a bow.
You seem to have matured greatly in your time away, and I hope that Saren Ray's light has allowed you to grow and blossom.
You know, when you're at the bottom of a hill, the only way to go is up.
Yes, as the Psalms often say.
Yep, I remember those.
You catch
Frantically trying to remember which
Do
one.
you?
I was about to say, you catch
Probably, maybe.
the slightest telepathic eyebrow raise from Braxil, as they turn and like lead you in. The singing priests kind of like part and allow you to enter into the sanctum, where you see quite a large group of guests and visitors all waiting to greet you and to welcome home the reigning mixed pact worlds. Many of them are like, "Good job, Mimosa. Yeah, keeping it in the family. Go, Bretheda." There's a lot of like sort of like planetary pride there. That you were able to keep the crown here in Bretheda, essentially. But you see, like there are a few people who are definitely like trying to like hand you business cards, and a few who are like just trying to get autographs, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Eno and Twill, what are you two doing as you see this kind of crew come in?
You first, Eno.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is the perfect opportunity for Eno to go up to the newly crowned mixed pact worlds, maybe while refilling a drink, and they'll just casually walk up and say, now there's someone I've been waiting to speak to all day. Allow me to introduce myself. Eno Nashang. You, of course, need no introduction.
Well, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. And Tendril will be like, "Ooh."
Please, the pleasure is all mine. I would have waited far longer, but this seemed as good a time as any to introduce myself. You see, I have a business proposition for you, and I'm sure the other carousers of this establishment, of this party, may have already approached you as such, but I am looking for a sponsor, someone to represent my brand of, well, perhaps that's too soon. I would take a long sip of something probably more brightly colored than this.
Sci-fi alcohol.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, that's lovely. You see, I am starting up a small business of handcrafted and magic-free serums for those with sensitivities. And I'm looking for someone to endorse my product. Of course, this would not be a unpaid relationship, and you wouldn't need to do much other than pose for a few photographs.
Well, I can certainly pose for a few photographs.
Indeed you can.
Well,
You don't
that
have to
sounds
answer
very
now.
interesting. Of course.
Think it over. There's plenty of party to go.
Well, I do enjoy mixing business and pleasure. So enjoy the
And I knew
menu.
there was a reason I came to you.
Good taste.
If there's anything that I can be of service to you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always in the business of granting favors.
How about we walk and talk as well? And, given your offer, that might be able to deter some of the others as I accept another business card and give one of those, thank you so much.
That sounds delightful.
Honestly, you'd be doing me a favor.
Ushogu, what are you doing?
I think Ushogu is just watching everything, keeping a keen, beady eye on the whole interaction, making sure there's nothing funny going on.
As you're scanning the crowd, you see the only other Han in here. Another 10-foot tall, large creature such as yourself, wearing the corporate uniform of the biotechnology company Blood Plus. And they lock eyes with you, and you recognize your old friend, Skexavilar. I had to sound that out because I'm that's how we pronounce it, right? Skexavilar.
I think so. Skexavilar!
It's a hell of a
Oh
name.
my...
And you can just see them see him looking at you wait,
And he
raises
looks
it.
at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
Yes, sir, you fool!
It's so gross.
What do you do?
Oh gosh. I think I'm going to lean down and whisper close to Mimosa. This meeting might be compromised. I see an all too familiar face in the crowd.
Like a brown noser?
No, I mean part of the organization that I used to follow, but now don't follow anymore.
Ooh.
Yes, that one.
Mhm. So, you know what? Still smiling to the audience. Let's just keep an eye on it. It's maybe nothing will happen. We'll pretend that it's fine. And if something does happen, I'm magical. You're scary. We can make it work.
One eye. Are you sure not four?
Let's just keep maybe three. Split the difference because maybe you could see some other fun things. It is a party.
Does
You can
Eno notice this conversation between the two of you?
Eno is pretty perceptive. I think that he would.
Yeah,
And,
also not really hiding it too much. So it's just
Yeah.
if you're close by, so you'd probably hear it. For sure.
How does Mimosa feel about telepathic messages? It would if I
I'll
sent
go
you
for
one.
it.
Okay, so Lashuntas have telepathy, so Eno will send a message to you telepathically. Your friend here seems troubled. Is something the matter?
And you'll hear back telepathically. Just some unexpected guests. maybe it'll be a problem, maybe it won't be. But right now, we're being aware, optimistic but prepared.
I see. Well, it would behoove me to protect my potential investment, so if you do run into a bit of a tussle, I'm happy to oblige and offer my own sidearm as assistance.
Duly noted.
Twill,
We'll go back to drinking.
Yes.
where are you?
So Twill would have been just like playing this board game with themselves, like sort of at ground level almost. But then they'll hear the commotion caused by the ship landing and Mimosa stepping off and the crowd cheering, and that will sort of get their attention. They'll sort of look around and just see legs and tendrils coming down and not able to see what's going on. So they'll sort of like press a button on the hover chair and rise up sort of above the crowd and look over and see what's going on and sort of talk to themselves. Some sort of local celebrity perhaps. Like just to see if anyone nearby like answers them. As to what's going on.
Yeah, as you rise up, there, you realize that like one of the legs that you were kind of like standing next to, it kind of just keeps going and going and going and going, as you're standing next to this large Han figure, wearing a corporate uniform, who turns to you. Oh god, the Han voice. Parker set such like a good, like a high level for high bar for
Bar's
this.
high.
That I'm like,
You just got to do your best Skeletor impression.
thank you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Are you for real that you didn't realize who was going to be here?
I'm honestly just here on vacation. I wanted to try and enjoy the sights and the sounds of Bretheda, having a bit of a tech detox, you see.
You're taking a holiday at the Dawnflare Temple? Sounds boring
Yes.
to me.
Well, it's I was told it would be a nice, chill atmosphere, lots of nice sights and sounds, and no screens to be staring into constantly.
Well, I suppose you came to the right place. The Han kind of like looks you up and down.
It doesn't take long. It's only 4 foot.
Say, you're not in the market for any personal upgrades? I do get a commission.
Personal upgrades. Well, like what exactly? And you see this robotic hand like go underneath their where their chin would be, and sort of like sit there and hover.
Something perhaps a little less synthetic. Bioorganic materials, and a card gets pulled out, and of course it's like onyx colored bone card. As you see the name on it, Skexavilar, I don't know, vice president of commission-based sales. I don't know how many vice presidents are there. Everyone's got a vice president of something. At the Blood Plus Corporation.
Yeah, Skexavilar. Interesting. And you specialize in biomechanics, do you?
Bioorganics. We specialize in synthesizing blood and bioorganic materials. Of course, Blood Plus has contracted multiple large Barathu-based workshops where we pump out whatever products our clients might need.
Absolutely fascinating. Well, I'll definitely have a look into this. And Twill like takes the card and reads into it. Interesting material this is made from. Is this organic as well?
Yes, I harvested it myself.
Oh, from whom?
I didn't get a name.
You see Twill's like eyebrow ridge raise a bit. Well, that's interesting and lovely. I'll have a look at this later, and sort of pocket it and slowly starts rotating away from this person.
Toodaloo.
Not half an hour. I'm a strange person. And yeah, they go and like mingle back into the crowd of jellyfish.
So it sounds like we're taking a walk.
Yeah, headed. Well, I was just following, I guess, the head priest towards the temple, following the procession wherever it's headed.
Right. Braxil kind of like gives you some time to like be swarmed by people, and then kind of with their large form and tendrils, kind of like part the crowd away from you, and like pull you up sort of onto the main dais, and asks everyone to like be quiet in a large, like booming telepathic voice. Let's see. We are gathered here today. No, that's not how it starts. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for coming here today to welcome back, of course, young Mimosa Vega back to the fold, as it were. We are so proud of our little Barathu. I suppose I shouldn't call you that anymore. You've gone off and seen the system, and that's many worlds.
Can Twill hear this, by the way, from where they are in the crowd?
Yeah, the dais has this, like... It's not a microphone, but it is a microphone.
Crystal?
A what?
A resonating crystal.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
There you go. Same thing.
Yep.
I was thinking I was gonna go like something like flower, but no, crystal's much better. That's like expanding its telepathy so that the whole crowd can hear it. I always think about there's gotta be. I mean, how does a purely telepathic creature like record, like audio essentially? There's I'm sure there's devices for it, and we have them. Crystals and magic. I'm sure that Mimosa has, along with his crew, the Amber Vessel. The Amber Vessel have seen much that our Pact Worlds has to offer. Mixed Pact Worlds, they say to you, kind of like a little awkwardly, like it's the beauty pageant is like kind of so far removed from the Dawnflare Temple. Like you get the sense they know that they're definitely proud of you, but they're not exactly sure what you did. Like
that's fair.
But people recognize you, and all these people showed up for you, so it must be great. Mixed Pact Worlds, can you share with us what you have learned on your journey?
Yes, and I'll float up a little bit, just a little jellyfish in a big world. So since leaving home, I have seen all different kinds of people from different walks of life with different perspectives. And even though we all walk in the light of CERN, right, we all walk different paths. And I think as I grow and learn more from each experience, sometimes, helping people, and sometimes learning about the ancient past, and sometimes expanding my horizons in a beauty pageant. I just think that it's a vast universe that we all get to share together, and the important thing is that we all try to do our best for whatever our pursuits may be. And you know what? Have fun, because we're here for such a short time. Do what makes you happy. And I'll shoot off a little solar flare up into the air, and I'll go like,
Or claps.
Yeah, the crowd claps and applauds for you. And now, of course, please, the Braxil says, please give us some time. I'm sure Mimosa's had a long and arduous journey and would like a little bit of time to relax. So, Mimosa, you and your friends can relax in Sarah and Ray's garden. And they, you know exactly where to go. There's some doors off of here that lead to the greenhouse, the conservatory.
I will float on in that direction.
And somehow, the rest of you get there as well.
Yeah, I think
It's a garden
Twill,
party.
Twill will see Mimosa because they know who they are now. Like going over to this greenhouse, and it'll be something that they didn't spot beforehand, and they're just like, "Oh, plants! That's good for tech detox. I'll go in there as well." And yeah, they'll start sort of float rolling over towards the greenhouse as well, just to check it out. Is it like an arboretum? Does it have trees in it, or is it just like a biosphere of sorts?
It does. There's crystal windows all over. And the four of you kind of make it through the doors before Baraxil closes them behind you, making sure none of the fans, as it were, can come in and bother you. So indeed, you can see a large greenhouse here. The windows are tinted so that instead of so that the light can shine through the clouds as much as possible. There is greenery all over with some red flowers on either side of the conservatory, and a nice little plateau in the middle. There are plenty of people in here as well, but these seem mostly to be either visitors of the temple or priests who aren't necessarily interested in what Mix Vega has to offer as the new reigning Pact Worlds champion.
Excellent.
A few of these people in here might be old friends, Mimosa. You might have to tell me if you see anyone that interests you. But first off, Oshogu, as the door shuts behind you, you feel like something bump against your lower half and look down and see this Bantrid in a hover chair.
Oh, sorry, pardon me. My word. And yeah, Twill's going to float past. This is quite an interesting experience for them because Bantrids don't have any sense of smell. So if there are any sort of nice aroma flowers in here, they won't be able to smell them, but they do get allergies, sadly enough.
Oh.
So they've got
Both worlds.
yeah, so they'll sort of come in here, realize it's full of flowers, and they'll sort of wince up a bit and sort of be having a look around to see if there's anything in here that they are instantly going to be allergic to.
Make a life science check.
Life science, okay.
Make an allergy check.
Sure.
Roll for allergy.
Constitution.
I've got physical science here. Is that? Oh no, life science. +3. 13.
13, but you're not trained in life science.
No.
You see lots of plants, and there are plenty of flowers, so there's definitely pollen in the air, which you might be allergic to.
Okay, so they're gonna sort of blink asymmetrically and sort of take their hover speed down a little bit so they don't bump into anyone else, but keep trying to enjoy the atmosphere. Yes, go to Bretheda, they said. Tech detox, yes. No need for my eyeballs to swell up and fall out of my head. Why would that happen to me?
Are you having some allergy issues?
Well, oh, yes, hello. Sorry, I usually have some pills or medicine for this, but I appear to have left it on my capsule.
Would I be able to use lesser remove condition to help at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
To
if you don't
cure my
mind, I might-
allergies.
At least I could, suppress for a little bit.
That
I-
Twill has
like a-
probably had since
like
they
an
were
Aleve.
born. Yeah.
It's temporary.
Oh, okay, right.
It'll
I
last
wouldn't
for
be able to-
today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to, permanently fix it, but I could at least alleviate the symptoms for now.
Oh, you're such a darling. Yes, please, if you could.
Yeah. And then just with a little tendril boop, lesser removed condition.
Is there any
So,
is there any effects that happen when you cast the spell?
I would say it makes a soft little halo from where the tip of my tendril, where there's a little boop, and then a soft point of light, then just kind of fades into your skin.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, Twirl, and that just happens, right? There's no roll for it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of does.
Yeah. So Twirl sort of floats back a little bit, and that they had sort of red rings around their eyes. Those just go down to flames. Oh,
How's
thank
that?
you so much. That's so much better.
Good.
Whew, I can breathe again. It's Mimosa, wasn't it? You
Yes.
you were the one who came off the ship. Yes. I gather you've just gotten back from some sort of recent escapade out in the backworlds.
Yes. Just came back from a tour that I did not expect to be going on, but life just kind of takes you in different directions. So.
It certainly does. Yes. I've just come from Triaxis myself.
Really?
My colleagues. Yes. My colleagues recommended that I take a bit of a detox. Go and explore Bretheda and not look at any screens or use any technology for a while. And I'm rather enjoying it, or at least I was until I came in and started breathing all this pollen. But you've
Yes.
cured that for me now, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm happy to help, especially when someone is working too hard, I guess.
I suppose, yes, you could say that. But anyway, congratulations on your you're promoted, didn't you, recently?
Yeah. I guess it's interesting. I guess I'm a public figure now, which is new for sure. But it's exciting. A lot of people ask me a lot of things that I was not expecting, and didn't know I'd be giving a speech today. Probably should have thought about that ahead of time, but we make do with what we can. That didn't make sense.
It's fine. The spotlight has an effect on people. You need to go with the flow a little more, I think.
Yeah, just go with the flow, and I just kind of float out a little bit as a jellyfish. Off the flow.
Maybe you're getting it. You see, you understand. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Shogu.
Hi, I'm Mushogu.
Oh, yes. Hello. I think we bumped into each other earlier.
Yes, sorry for hissing. It's a defiance disorder.
That's quite all right. Don't worry about it.
And then
Getting
this is
into
my new
new
friend,
cultures
Ino.
myself.
Mhm.
Yes.
This is my new friend, Ino.
Ah, a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you, Eno.
What, you said you're on vacation.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Twill is the name. Yes, just floated in from Triaxis. Just trying to get away from it all for a little bit. Too
I
much
hear it's-
noise going on.
What season is Triaxis in right now?
Winter.
Winter?
Winter. I
Winter.
hear it's lovely skiing weather right now.
Definitely is. Not much of a skier myself. I don't really have the legs for it. Snowboarding is more my sort of thing. And you think they're smiling? You can't tell they don't have a mouth.
Is this all
Is there a
telepathic?
smile vibe?
Yeah, it's hard to tell when Twill is emoting. That's why they've got the robotic hands and arms to do the gestures for them.
I have telepathy. Does everyone here have telepathy?
Nope.
So probably not all telepathic then.
So how do you, sorry, Twill, like if you don't have telepathy, but you don't have a mouth, how make sounds?
I think it's some sort of voice synthesizer that's built into their chair,
Ah.
Nice.
and it can translate back and forth they're quite technologically sound, being a roboticist, but they're taking a detox at the moment because it's stressing them out a bit too much.
Yeah.
Well, we all need that sometimes in life.
Yeah. They've been told to put their phone down, which was the hardest part.
I can empathize.
Yep.
You're here. Are there drinks in here, or did they not put drinks in the garden? It's like a little pavilion kind of deal.
There's a nice like little table with hors d'oeuvres and drinks in the center of the garden.
Yeah, we can float on in that direction.
Certainly.
I could use a topping off myself.
And I would love to get started.
Yeah, there are several people in here. Quite a few Barathan priests, as well as some other people who kind of smile and nod as you walk by. You hear a few like, "Welcome back, Mimosa. Welcome back."
Good seeing you. Oh my gosh, you finished your training. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a
How's the
priest now.
family?
One Barathu waves its
Nice.
tendrils.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Ah, you look so
Imagining
good.
a
I'm so happy you did
Barathu
it.
excite flailing is
Oh my
the greatest
god.
thing.
You know, the Barathu headbutt tendril handshake, like ooh, whole bit.
I will say, as you approach the side of the center, as it were, one very new addition to the garden is this large palm that's kind of like centered in the middle, and you can see that someone has thoughtfully like decorated it with like little flaming like suns and stars, and there's a nice golden symbol of Saren Ray on the top of it, and a Lashunta woman. So go ahead and move yourselves to either side of the platform. I will say this Lashunta woman with purple hair is going to be here. We need a name for a middle management priest of Saren Ray here for this Lashunta woman.
Middle management.
I came up with the last name, you guys do the others.
I'm repositioning Ushogu. 1 second. Oh god. Hello.
Trenda.
Hello.
Like Brenda, but with a T.
Trenda.
With
Brenda, there you
a
go.
T, Trenta,
Trenta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
like the Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
Hi,
is huge.
Mimosa. Welcome
Very.
back. She
It's
says,
so good to be back, Trenda.
I'm
you doing?
sure you're not going to cause any trouble like you used to.
No, that's all ancient history, Trenta.
Is it
Yeah.
now? Because I seem to remember a certain prank you pulled twice or 3 times where I woke up with slugs under my pillow.
Oh, well, what you do in your own bed is your own business, so I certainly wouldn't know.
Yeah, we were never
I wouldn't
able
be so
to.
presumptuous, Trenta.
I see winning a beauty contest certainly taught you how to use your words.
Well, I can't deny that.
Will you be staying with us long? Head priest Braxil didn't tell me if I needed to set up your old chamber for you.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're offering to set up my chamber for me, then by all means, I haven't decided how long I'm staying yet.
I'm asking, do I need to?
I would love it if you would. You'd be doing me a favor, Trenta.
I thought you'd stay on your ship, but I guess if you're staying here, I'll make sure it's set up.
Well, I would hate to impose. Thank you for your kindness.
She
Makes
hates
some
you.
mad friendly vibes.
Can you
Fine.
tell I watch Mean Girls a lot?
I'll see to it. By the way, there are some presents for you. And she like kind of motions to the table and the
You
palm.
shouldn't have. And I will pass by her as I approach the presence.
And she passes by you.
And I pass by her. In my brain now.
There are a few priests and guests here who kind of like they're not like backing away from you, but they are like, it's just kind of like the flow of the party. As the four of you kind of enter into that area, they're mingling past, having grabbed their hors d'oeuvres and whatnot. So you gonna check out the presents?
Yeah. It's by the tree, yeah?
It is.
Love that.
I need everyone to make a perception check.
Ooh.
All right. What is my perception? How do I play Starfinder? Let's find out.
That is a 21 from Eno.
Well.
19 for Ishogu.
Okay.
32.
Ushogu.
I'm sorry.
18 for 12.
What?
32.
Very nice.
Wow.
I'm looking for these presents.
And Twill, what was that?
18 for me.
18. Okay, so Oshogu and Twill, you're very focused on the hors d'oeuvres and drinks that are available here. Eno, name a cool present that you see laid out here for Mimosa.
The presents for Mimosa, okay. How about like a decorative scepter?
Ooh.
Like it's meant to be mounted on the wall, but it's some kind of like crystal-headed scepter in like with a starburst pattern made out of a very. I'm not gonna say gold because I feel like there's something much more exotic in the land of Starfinder, but some very high-end metals.
You could have like a supernova that's been frozen in time, almost, just on the end of the scepter.
Yes.
Cool. Mimosa, what is your favorite present that you see laid out here?
Oh, I mean, that's honestly really hard to top.
That's a cool one, but it's not
That's a
your
really
favorite.
cool one.
What do you give to the jellyfish that has everything?
Jellyfish that has everything. You know what? I think it would be from one of my friends who made it to priest and is working their way up and knows that I love onesies. So I think it would be like a onesie with a hoodie, but it's all like made out of clouds. It's like a cirrus, like shifting, kind of like that octopus where it's reversible, where it can have like the happy and then on the inside it's the sad one. So the cloud forms shift with your mood.
Okay. You grab that present and lift it up and are just so amazed by it. But something your telepathic senses pick up thoughts of life and blood and the void coming from right behind you. And Eno, you hear the rustling of the palm tree as it springs to life.
What?
And it's like tendrils start lashing out towards all of you. So go ahead and
Oh no.
Bro,
Go
I
ahead.
was just enjoying some
Yeah.
canapes. What?
we need to throw the three of you onto the platform, wherever you might be.
Okay.
Go ahead and put yourselves out there, and then we're also gonna roll initiative.
Initiativo.
I'll be next to Shogu.
Perfect.
We
So,
were both having canapes together.
Eno and Twill, when you roll initiative, please click your token, And then there'll be an initiative button that appears in the top left, and enter in your bonus there. Just the bonus, no plus.
No plus or minus.
Well, if it's a minus, you can put the minus.
How do
yeah,
you roll
okay.
initiative on this? I forgot.
Click your token, and then in the top left there'll be an initiative.
Oh yeah, I see.
There you
Modifier. Mine is.
go. Damn, what?
I took improved initiative and also have a very good dex.
Well, that's good, and you get to act in the surprise round. So, as the frond tree, who is no frond of yours, springs to life, you get to act. It is a surprise round, and so I'm pretty sure surprise round, it's a standard or a move action.
It is, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a standard action, and I'm going to pull out a little bit of that Lashunta magic. Eno has a little extra magic on top of that, and they're going to standard action summon a wisp ally on this thing. And I'm going to reduce, it does herring fire or covering fire. I think covering fire is the one that increases AC against the next thing it attacks. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So whoever it attacks will get a +2 to their AC. As Eno says, look out!
And can you describe the spell?
Yeah, so Eno kind of just really quickly twirls their hand in a circle, and these like firefly-looking wisps shoot out into the square where the frond is.
Cool. I put a
And start,
blue
flying around.
blue dot on it to show that there's a wisp ally there.
Excellent.
It is the frond's turn, which I may be giving away a little bit. It is a surprise round, so I think what it does is it lashes out. One of its fronds just goes and whips towards Mimosa.
I'm very surprised.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a 28 versus KAC.
Let me look at what the KAC is. 'cause I don't
15
remember
points
what
of
it
slashing
is.
damage.
Ooh! Oh yeah, that'll
Ooh.
definitely hit for sure.
28?
Ouch.
I would be surprised if it did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it just these like fronds whip through your jellyfish flesh. Twill and Oshogu, you're shocked and stunned at what's going on, but Mimosa, you're there. You're aware. You can either do
Wow,
a move or a
okay.
standard.
I'm going to, as a standard action, activate my starlight form, so my body lights up like a constellation and glows like the sun. And there's now a 20% miss chance for hitting me. And that is my turn. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
still holding on to my presence. My beans, they're
Round
mine.
one. Back to Eno. How long does this wisp ally hang out?
Oh, it lasts quite a while. 5 rounds.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, and so as my move action this time, Eno is going to pull out a gun. I think I gave them a injector pistol. So it's got small little injector darts that it shoots. And then can I try to make some kind of identifying check on this thing?
Absolutely. Make a life science check.
Okay, that is a 25.
25. Hold on one sec. I don't know how rare this creature is. But even if it were rare, that would work. Yes.
Okay, I'm curious what resistances it has, or
This is it's actually not a frond at all. It's a void palm.
Whoop!
I've misspelled it. What kind of resistances it has? Well, it is a plant. It is a living plant. So first off, you know about all of the immunities that come with being a plant.
Okay.
Whatever those are. But you also know, so plants are immune to mind effects, paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, and stun. But on top of that, you also know that this Void Palm has an ability called Void Fronds, which, when it is seen in black and white, such as with dark vision in darkness, the pattern on a Void Palm's fronds resemble a dim and distant field of stars, and the effect is disorienting. So as long as it is an area of darkness, it has concealment against creatures observing it with dark vision.
Okay.
And those creatures are flat-footed. I don't know if any of you have dark vision.
I do.
Okay.
I think I did, but I'm not sure.
Nope.
Will say, this is a void frond. You need to keep it in the light. It has special abilities that protect it in the dark.
Okay. You move action, pulled out your pistol. You still have a standard
and
action.
I think what I'm gonna do is fire a shot with my injector pistol. So let me get that roll right now. That's
That-
gonna be another 25 against KAC.
Ooh.
Well, as you're about to shoot, it provokes an attack of opportunity,
Oh no! Okay.
and it has a 10-foot range.
Oh no!
So, first you will take a attack with a slash. 20 versus KAC,
Yep, that'll do it.
and it's gonna be 10 points of slashing damage.
Oof. It takes it right on the arm, I think, but turns and then takes their shot. So mine was a 25 against KAC,
That hits.
and that's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. It takes 10 piercing damage as the thing shoots straight into its trunk. That's it, right?
That is it.
Okay. Then, as a full round action, the Void Palm almost spins in place. All of the decorations on it falling to the ground and swinging out and hitting the ground and the water. The people in here start shouting and screaming as this fight is breaking out, and the area around the palm turns to darkness.
No!
And as it becomes pitch dark, the only thing in here that you can see is Mimosa's starlight form, because it does give off
30
light.
feet.
30
Yeah,
feet?
30 feet.
Well, shit, that's gonna counterattack, because it's a 20-foot radius. So that's gonna counter everything.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Good
to
job.
be fair, it counters my mind thrust. So, mortal enemies.
Okay, so purple is the darkness, and white is the silver light. That's amazing, and I love it.
Awesome.
Suddenly it's Kingdom Hearts.
Because the only thing that pierces that darkness is magical light. Saren Ray bless.
Nice.
All right.
Twill,
True.
it is your turn.
So yeah, Twill was completely taken off guard by the plant that suddenly came to life and started attacking everyone. So they were, what on him is going on? But they're going to knock their drone fists together. Now, am I right in thinking that I can attack with my drone in this?
Yes.
So if I do a move action, I can then attack with my drone fists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, he's going to try and move over here more towards the light. and sort of clunk their fists together, and the knuckles glow with flames for a moment before they rush towards this palm frond and try and they're going to Minecraft it. They're just going to punch the tree.
Nice.
So that is going to be 18 to hit.
18 versus KAC. You hit its tough bark, but your drone is not able to go strong enough to like pierce through its tough exterior.
Dang. Okay.
Ushogu.
Great. So Ushogu's solar mode activates. This Vantablack darkness starts to like cover his body, and the low moaning of the damned starts to fill the room. As solar armor starts to activate, giving me +1 AC, I'm gonna tune to photon mode. So this is gonna be round 1 of photon. I'm gonna also choose energy resistance to cold and sonic, just in case. Great, I got that. And you start to see the core of this Han start to glow. This faint fiery light that starts to inflate his abdomen more and more and more, and starts to shine through the black armor. And then Ushogu launches a huge cone of fire with fire spray.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay.
It's going to be I think everyone's going to be safe from it except these two peeps right here. They're gonna have to, if they want to not take full damage, make a reflex save.
Okay. Luckily, one of them is a champion of Saren Ray. And so we see this woman like kind of lift up her arm, and the shield with Saren Ray's logo like pops up on it and protects them both from the blast.
Amazing. Great.
So I'm not a monster.
Whee!
Ooh. Yeah, Shauna.
Shauna's like,
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. All right. And for the frond.
ooh, reflex save. Yes, I should have been doing that. Plus. Ooh, natural 20.
Damn. All right, that certainly beats the DC. So that's going to be only 4 points of fire damage.
You'd think that plants were like extra vulnerable to fire, but not this one.
No, this one. It's a tricky customer.
This is an anti-plant.
Mimosa.
Oh boy. This is a spooky situation. I'm gonna. So can we guarded step twice? Or is it? Or can you only
No.
guarded step once?
You would have to spend
Once.
2 actions.
Oh.
I think you can only guarded step when you don't do any other movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the
it's
cost.
it's a move action. You could also spend your standard action to guarded step again, but then you're losing your turn.
I see.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
So when you do guarded step, and that's only when you're moving out of the range. So if I were to move 5 feet, I'm still within that range, and then I could guarded step out of that.
Yeah, either way,
Or-
you would
Sure.
provoke 1 attack of opportunity. But
Gotcha.
you don't know if this thing has more than 1 attack of opportunity.
Fair. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm going to do a guarded step. Oh, that moves the light though. Okay.
Oh.
Still. Okay. I'm gonna do step back 5 feet, so I'll provoke.
Okay.
And then I'll move till I'm out of the range with with my movement action being a guarded step. Would I still be able to attack if I was just doing it the once?
You moved twice though.
Okay, so that would be using guarded step twice.
Yeah,
You
and you
probably,
don't.
if you want to still shoot and you're going to provoke anyway, you might as well just use your move action to move.
I see. Okay. Then yeah, I'll just move to here, and then I will shoot some stars at it.
Okay, so that's an 18 versus KAC plus 2 because of the cover fire or harrying fire. The wisp out.
I was doing the other one to give us a bonus to our AC, so no attack bonus here.
Right. It's 18 versus. It rolled an 18 versus Mimosa's KAC, which you get a plus.
I see.
Yeah, so give yourself a plus 2 to your AC.
Okay. Well, 19 is my KAC,
Oh, perfect. Then.
so we're good on that.
The frond of the lash of the frond, doesn't make it through your armor.
Fantastic. And then I'm gonna shoot two little stars at it, which, if I recall correctly, is just okay. That's right. Magic missile. So that is roll 2d4 plus 2, which is 4 points of force damage.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
All right, Eno.
Would I know from my my check last time whether this thing is intelligent? Does
You
it
would
have an
know that it
intelligence
is
or-
not intelligent.
It is not intelligent. Okay. All right. Well, then I am going to move. I'm gonna. I can get off this platform, right? I'm gonna move away. I think that's it.
And it does not provoke because it's already used its AOO.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire my injector pistol, but as I do, throw a little biohack in there.
Nice.
And that is a 22 against KAC.
That hits.
Okay, so this biohack is the one that gives them a -2 to their AC. And then for damage, you're going to take 4 piercing.
How long does that last?
That is a good question. I think it lasts 1 plus my int, so it should last 4 rounds. I think.
Perfect.
And I will verify.
Okay. Another pulse of dark energy comes out. 3 rounds. Got it. I totally forgot to do this when it first used the action, so I'm going to do it now. Another pulse of dark energy, void energy, like pulses out. And all 4 of you need to make a reflex save as the darkness that is fighting against the light takes on a strange gravitational energy.
Oh, I got a 16.
Fail!
Use my save.
Oh,
Where-
no.
Where's reflex save?
27.
Pass.
Wow.
If that was a
Ooh,
fail, I was going to be
15.
very concerned.
Also a fail.
Feels floaty, so he can just like go whoop, dodge it.
And Ushogo, can you
Nice.
give me a reflex save?
16.
16 is a fail.
Oh, I tried.
All 3 of you feel the effects of gravity sort of like stop happening within this darkness, this void of darkness. And all 3 of you become off kilter.
Oh
Whoa.
no. Off kilter. I gotta see what that does.
You're floating in 0G.
Oh.
That's like a debuff to agility stats, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got it right here. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
You can't take move actions to move your speed, crawl, or take a guarded step. You are flat-footed and take a -2 penalty to attack rolls.
Okay, so -2 to AC.
You must use a method of
Question.
propulsion to right yourself or grab a stabilizing object in order to end the condition.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Would this be considered like being like similar to the void of space type gravity
Absolutely.
weird situation. Because as a star shaman, I have Walk the Void, where you are immune to the harmful environmental effects of outer space and vacuum. You also gain a fly speed of 20 feet while in space. In addition, that's about charting. So would that be similar enough that it would affect this or not?
You are still off kilter, but I think the moment you move, because you have propulsion, you right yourself. I don't know if there's an action to right yourself.
I could take an action to right myself.
Yeah, would it be akin to getting out of the flat-footed condition?
I think so. Okay, yeah, you have to use to steady yourself as a move action that requires a surface to grab onto or some method of propulsion. So you're like kind of floating there for a moment, but you would have to spend a move action to like grab control of your actions.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that was a thing that should have happened last turn. So this turn, it's going to stay where it is and lash out. These three different fronds lash out at Ushogu and Twill. So
Damn.
let's...
You said it could stay where it is. That suggests to me that this tree can walk?
Maybe. Eno, you would
That's
know that
suspicious.
yes, this void palm can move. It has
This ain't no tree. It's something else.
Tree is a lie.
The fronds lash out. First one at Ushogu. That is a 17 versus KAC.
Yeah, that hits.
+2 to your AC because of the Wisp Ally.
Oh, +2 to my AC. Wait a minute. So let me do that quick math. Is it 7? Yeah, it still hits.
Okay.
Wait. So it was okay. So 17 +2
your
for
AC
the Wisp Ally. It's normally 18 with the solar armor,
So you have
So-
a 20 now.
but -2 because of
Five.
the conditions. So I'm 18. Oh my god! Yes.
Second one comes out at Twill.
Yes.
23 versus KAC.
Yeah, that hits.
And then the third one's going to go back to Ushogu. Natural 1.
Does not hit.
Okay, so Twill, you're going to take... Oh, interesting. It can do 3 lashes, but it does less damage. You take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And Twill, it is your turn.
Okay, let me just do this real quick. -12.
Nice.
There we go. Right. So yeah, 12's just been thwacked across the body mass, so they'll sort of like twirl around, steady themselves, realize that everyone is floating. At this point, I think they will take a shot with their pistol that they have in their hover chair. So a little metallic panel opens up in their hover chair and a cannon comes out. This is a binding blaster. Now this doesn't do much in the way of damage, but it fires a sphere-shaped energy matrix that interferes with mobility. So it's yeah. So I think on a critical it entangles, but we'll see how things go.
First, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. Even though I'm not moving.
Sorry?
Even though I'm not moving.
It's a ranged attack, right?
I see. Okay.
17 versus KAC. +2 from the Wisp Ally.
Does
No,
not
the
hit.
+2. +2 is only for the very first attack that they do.
Oh.
My KC is 18, so it doesn't hit.
Damn. So your like maybe your drone kind of like pushes the frond away.
Grabs onto the frond before it strikes.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, he takes a shot with his blinding blaster.
And it's got
So-
a lowered AC from the biohack. It's moving like slower than it was before.
Okay, so to hit.
Or maybe there's like cracks appearing in its trunk. I kind of like that.
24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Good. Okay. And this does 1d6 plus 2 damage. So 5 damage. It's not great.
Every bit helps.
Does it do anything
Yeah.
else?
That's it, I think. I've got bind on the ability here, so.
Ooh.
I think that only happens on critical though. So
Okay.
no, nothing else.
Okay. Ushoku, you're floating in 0G.
I'm floating.
All right, Alpha.
So, so for the off-kilter stuff, I get -2. Do I get -2 to attack rolls and damage rolls, or
Just attack.
just attack? All right, cool. I can live with that. All right, I think Shogu is going to unsheath his dueling sword and get a little up close and personal with this.
Corpse Fleet Blade.
Yes,
Ooh.
dreaded corpse, which is now glowing with purple fire.
Wow.
Here we go. It's going to be great. I believe in myself. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Shit!
That's
Okay.
how I believe.
Oh, that's the power of belief. All right,
That's one of the
so
night, people.
woo. All right, so here we go. So this is number 1. That's 12 plus number 2. Another 12. That's 24 slashing damage and burning because it was a critical. So I gotta look up burning now.
24. Very nice. Leaves and blades of fronds just go flying everywhere, slash down, and like we can see like the scorch mark appear across the trunk, and it's some of its leaves kind of like go up in flames. It is burning now. Shit.
Woo. I am going to look up how much damage that does with my weapon, but other than that, that should be my turn.
Okay. And
Oh, I'm also second round attuned to photon.
Cool. Okay. Mimosa Vega, you're off kilter. Just kind of like
Yeah,
spinning.
I imagine I'm just kind of like floating upside down.
Like a jellyfish.
Yeah, just kind of like, "Ooh, well, I'm trying to. Ooh, this is a weird way to be. But I'm just gonna ignore it and conjure 3 stars around me as a full round action, and pew pew. Throw stars at you. Ooh, that's
Damn.
good damage. That's 14 force damage.
Woo!
Wow.
Chip,
Knowing
chip,
it interrupts my
chipperoo. The light continues to like fight back the darkness. And Eno, you too are floating.
Okay, so this isn't a thing that it specifically allows for, but I'll let you make a ruling on it. I'm thinking as a way to right myself from being off kilter, I can spend my move action with my gecko pad gloves, which are like sticky gloves, to grab the ground and pull myself back down.
Yeah, I think that the gloves themselves would give you the handholds that you need.
Okay, so I think, to be fair, I think at least one hand has to stay stuck to the ground, but fortunately I have a one-handed gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll hold myself to the ground with one hand and then take another shot with my injector pistol.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's a natural 1.
No!
No.
Well,
You guys do cards or anything?
no.
Okay. Oh.
Low stakes.
As a little flavor, though, I will add as the shot goes wide, you might notice the dart glows and then disappears, and then a small glow in the gun as the ammo reappears in the gun.
Love
because
it.
I have the conserving fusion.
Conserving!
Such a
Ooh.
badass fusion.
Nice.
It's so
Nice.
good.
And you are no longer off kilter, although still floating in 0G. You've got control over your body.
Yep.
It is the Void Palm's turn. I think there's only so much it can do. I'm gonna keep. So first off, 1d6 burning damage. Ushogu, go ahead and roll some burn, baby.
Burn, baby. Ow. Yeah, that's a 6.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
And then at the end of its turn, I'll make a check. What is it, like 10 plus 6? Or is it 15 plus? I'll double check.
Oh, to extinguish?
Yes.
I actually don't know.
I think
have
it
to
depends
believe.
on the method, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the saving throw is of the thing that caused it.
It's based on the damage it takes each turn.
Yeah, so it's 1d6 damage.
So if it takes like 6 points of damage, hold on, AONSRD.com, extinguish. Or let me look.
AON SRD is great.
Burning.
Shout outs to A on SRD.
Sorry.
Oh, the website AON SRD I feel like is like one of the best resources for
It's
Starfighter.
so good. There we go. At the end of each round, it's 10 plus the amount of fire damage you took this round.
Great, so it's 16 DC then.
Which is the best it could be. But first, I'm gonna lash out 3 times because it's been enraged.
The tree is enraged.
It is.
Enraged.
Oh no.
And I'm
Enraged
gonna
Shadow
put
Legend.
all of these against Ushogu, the source of this burning fire.
Oh no!
So the first one, you're gonna get +2 to your AC on from the Wisp ally.
Oh, amazing.
out to that
18
Wisp.
versus KAC,
That hits.
even with the +2.
With the +2, yeah, it still hits.
Okay, second one, natural 1. Third one, 22.
Yeah, that hits too. So 1 and 3.
It like spins around and does 24 points of damage.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh,
Damn.
And then it's gonna make a reflex save. Nope. +8, not plus asterisk. And that's a 23. So as it spins, the void kind of, with the motion of its, puts out the fire on top of it.
Ah, all good things must come to an end.
They do. Twill, back to you.
wow. Okay. So is anyone still off kilter? Is anyone still floaty, unable to get their balance?
I am, but I'm ignoring it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my drone to go over to Shogu and offer them a hand to like pull them back down onto the ground. If I can do that.
Damn. Ushogu like acknowledges your help, turns to you and says, "You might want to get away from me as soon as possible. I've got something brewing."
I see.
And there's a faint glowing happening inside the armor.
I think I'll take a step back. And yeah, they'll sort of like pull you back down onto the ground, and they'll make a float away towards the source of light next to Mimosa here.
This should make a great vacation story.
Unfortunately, that provokes as the Void Palm like senses movement and lashes out. 19 versus KAC.
My KC is 18. Yep, that hits.
For more damage this time, 13 points of damage.
Oh no.
Okay.
And your drone hand is still here, floating next to Ushogu. I put a little token out here for it.
Okay, cool. And the other drone hand is still punching this tree, so don't know if I can do another attack and maybe half the damage or something if it hits. There's only one fist.
So we'll put it right there. I guess you've got 2 drones?
It's one drone, but it functions as a singular object, but it can do ambidextrous things, if you'll allow that.
Interesting. If you've got the actions left for it, go for it.
Well, I've done a move. I haven't shot, so a drone counts as a separate entity for that. So I'll try doing another punch with the fire knuckles again. I'll get the actual name for it. What is it? Ignerso Knuckles Ember.
You might as well
Yes.
say Fire Knuckles.
Fire Knuckles
with a name
just
like
sounds
that.
better. Yeah.
Knuckles. Fire Knuckles.
And yeah, it's gonna take another punch at this tree's bark with the fire knuckles. Ugh. 11. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
This time it like spins in place, avoiding it. Ushogu, we come to you.
Great. First question. How are these? How is this? The drone keeping me not off kilter? Like, how is it?
It will have offered its hand out to you, to whatever tendril looks like it can be used to like grapple onto you and tug you back down onto the ground, so both of your feet are down there, so you're not floaty anymore. And it's just sort of like holding your hand essentially to keep you in place.
Great. I'm really worried for this thing if I unleash what I want to unleash.
I'm sure he can build some more.
Okay. Am I? Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's anyone else that's gonna deal with that. Nope. Just these drones. All right, and the void palm. All right. So, purple fire starts to well up inside of him. It starts to leak out. There's flames that surround him as this big bug is going supernova.
Sunglasses on.
I believe that would be a 14 reflex save for half damage.
22.
Oh wow, yeah, that definitely. All right, so let's
That's a
just hope
nimble
for high
little
damage.
leaf.
Did I do a
So-
reflex save for my drone hands? Because they can do that.
You should.
Okay.
Definitely.
What was it? 22?
14 was the DC.
14 was the DC. Yeah.
14. Okay. Oh, 17.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, good. All right. So the damage is going to. Oh, whoops! I just. Roll 66. Whee! It's 21
Ooh.
fire damage.
In half,
Decent.
cut in half.
Cut, of course, cut in half. Yeah, for the ones that survive. That made the reflex save.
So they'll all take 10 points of fire damage.
Perfect.
So close.
Oh.
You can almost hear, like the way that it rustles, as it like is your implosion scorches it. Like it's like you can hear the leaves like screaming. Maybe you're pretending, but it is a discordant symphony in your ears.
Much like the music of the cosmos.
What are you talking about? This is terrifying.
Yes, it's glorious.
You get used to it.
Mimosa,
I
you're
will.
spinning backwards in space.
You get used to
Upside
it.
down, just kind of like. I am here. I briefly eye the drink station to make sure that it's okay, because I'm definitely gonna pay a visit afterwards. And then 3 more stars. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 10 points of force damage.
10 points. Mimosa, describe your kill.
Yes.
Ooh, you know, I think I briefly, somehow over the course of this, I've gotten tangled up in the onesie, not quite wearing it, but I managed to reach out with the scepter and then kind of shoot light from it to speed up the stars, and it's just gonna be, I'm gonna put my signature on the tree, just write my name in starlight.
Nice.
The tree like shudders and falls, and the darkness and the void fades into it as it like collapses to the ground, and pieces of scorched bark. And the camera kind of like pans, or like it pans down and floats up as we see the scene from like a bird's eye view. Everyone kind of like rushing in to like make sure everyone's okay. And we pan. Oh, sorry.
Could I make a dex save for the rest of the presents?
You don't have to save for it. We see Mimosa kind of like running out, reaching to try and save the presents, or at least see what they're doing. In this
Most of
last
the presents are like they're just like socks, and that's really like rock hard stale cake you get at Christmas. It's not. You got the best ones.
in this
All
last
best.
glimpse from above, give me real quick what everyone is doing. Start with Mimosa, since we kind of have an idea.
I managed to put on some of the like singed socks just on like the tips of my tendrils, having a drink and saying thank you to my new friends, because wow, y'all are great.
Yeah, I think. Go on, you first.
No, you go first.
All right. Yeah, Twirl's going to be like panting. You think they're panting? They look shocked. It's difficult to tell because their arms have taken a bit of a battering from the weird plant. So they're just like sort of like. What was that thing?
Evil tree, I guess.
What was it doing in here?
That is an excellent question.
I believe the technical term is void palm.
I see.
How it got here, I have no recollection.
And are there any others in here that we should be worried about? Does this and he picks up like a red flower. Is this going to attack us? Should I be concerned?
That's a garnish.
He puts it back down.
Might bite you.
So what are the last things that we see Ushoku doing as the camera's like fading to black?
So as the solar armor retreats back into the solar moat, he's panting, trying to catch his breath. He's looking around the green room as it is, and he goes,
Supernovas really dehydrate me.
and like he just goes on all fours and starts sipping the water that's
Slurping it up out of the aqueducts.
and maybe like nibbling on a plant or something like that.
Can I offer you anything stronger?
Sure.
We'll just touch your glass, and we use churn fluid, turn it into something else that is more palatable.
Mean water.
This has been a dandy of a day. Are your adventures always so exciting?
Well,
And dangerous.
I could lie and say no, but this is how most days go. Yeah.
It was
I may
absolutely
just
terrifying.
stick by your side for a little bit, just for an adventure.
For sure. I mean, happy to have both of you. You know, you could extend your vacation. You could continue showing more of those injecty bits.
Oh, that's just a little something I picked up along the way.
Yeah.
And as long as I have community service, I'm sticking with you guys.
I can say without a doubt that today was the most horrifying, terrifying, awful experience I have ever had to deal with. Why do I want to do it again?
Because it's fun! Come
You might
on!
have that adventurous spirit in you.
Is it? Is it fun? I suppose it is.
Can
a little
be.
bit, yes. All right. Well,
Yeah.
is there any more?
Quick look around.
As the four of you look around, the camera fades to black, and we'll have to find out what happens next time on the Book of Bretheda.
Hey.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 2 of chapter 5 of the book. Please, follow Manapot on social media to stay apprised of the situation. Before we end for the night, though, I'd love to give our lovely cast members a chance to reintroduce themselves one last time and let us know where we can find you and plug any projects you happen to be working on. Starting with Mimosa. Dexter.
Hello, Internet. I'm Dexter Warren. Still, my name didn't change. You can find me on TikTok as Afro Sundere. If you like gay streaming and anime content, I also post a whole bunch of memes on Instagram. Dexter Warren over there. So stop on by.
Heck yeah. My name is Parker Wallace. If you want to see more of my voice work, you can check out the Starfound podcast, which is a Starfinder actual play podcast. I'm also on Twitter at Parker Wallace, WALLIS, and I have a website, parkerwallace.com. Yeah, and that's me.
I have been Jeff, and I am part of 2 other projects, both of them Starfinder. You can find me on Twitter at EPN_Jeff, and the other 2 projects, if you want to see those, is Emergency Power Podcast, and also we have a Twitch stream with Hex Grid Heroes and Pan from Cosmopunk, and that is Horizons Unknown on the Hex Grid Heroes Twitch.
Groovy. I've been Cypher, and yeah, my Twitter is over at Cypher the Box, and I'm also on Cosmopunk, which is another Starfinder actual play podcast where I will be playing Ryder. And at the moment, I'm doing a 8-bit video game intro, complete with music and its own graphics. Just a little vertical slice of it. I'm going to try and post that up soon. That's over on Cosmopunk Pod. That's our Twitter.
Amazing.
And I have been your host and GM for this evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be, Krifu Bernal. I am a captain/producer here at Manapot Studios, so you can see me here at Manapot Studios on various streams. Tomorrow on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. GMT is, of course, the All That Glitters Explodes Starfinder actual play, in which we're playing through Fly Free or Die. I play Yeva, the Sarkeesian Witch Warper, who is way too large, but always in charge. It's weird playing a giant lady. It can be awkward at times, but also very fulfilling.
Fun though, definitely fun.
Yeah. And then on Wednesdays, so last week was the premiere of a new Pathfinder 2E actual play, in which we're playing through the Wrath of the Righteous campaign over at the Capricorn Cross, twitch.tv/the Capricorn Cross, and I'm playing a Cockney Goblin Butler Investigator, which is very fun. We'll see how that goes. Wednesday will be our second session, and that's at 7 p.m. GMT as well. And yeah, we've got a lot of great stuff, so follow us here at Manapot. If you haven't already, join our Discord, check out all the socials, and please stay tuned for the raid. We're going to go over to our friends at A Tale of Dice, a Dutch Pathfinder 2E actual play group. We got to play with them, some of them during our happy hour last Friday. No, the Friday before. Anyway, join us for the raid and say hi to the A Tale of Dice crew as we come in. And until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Have fun.